I'm so excited to tell you about one of this year's tribute stars, Laura LaPlante.
So hi everyone, we're going to be taking you through a little track that I'm doing. My friend Efrio kind of inspired me to do a really interesting project about remixing his friends. Well, I kind of have the same idea, except all my friends have different interests, and this is a friend of mine. Her name is Laura, and she just recently did a thing on Laura LaPlante's
Capital Fest 22. My name is Laura Gerald, and I'm the author of Laura LaPlante's Silent Cinderella. I'm so excited to tell you about one of this year's tribute stars, Laura LaPlante.
So we're going through some of the vocals here. So I like certain sounds, so because I'm weird as hell, so we're gonna so that's cool. There, so it's like like that. So we cut it down, and I would take you through the song I did for my friend Emmy, but it's in that computer there, and you could probably see the Ableton project, and you aren't able to hear it because I have headphones. So
Laura played the
really interesting project about remixing his friends. Well, I kind of have the same idea, except all of my friends have different interests, and this is a friend of mine. Sorry, so I'm just posting that on the gram. Let me see. Here we go. We're gonna look through this here.
It had to be an entrance worthy of a queen.
I like that sound quite a bit. Let me just make sure that everything is being heard. Let me just go through the settings real quick. Sorry, everyone, because I'm using a different laptop, a different computer. Oh, default, and we're just gonna go default. I guess we're gonna go default, I guess. Okay, cool. So anyway, yeah, this is kind of a remix of my buddy's documentary that she just presented at Capital Fest, and I really like this one right here.
It had to be an entrance worthy of a queen.
And I really like that a lot. Let me see what that would look like.
It had to be an entrance worthy of a queen.
Let me see if I could pitch it up. Okay, I know it's very loud because the audio, this audio you can't seem to turn down, and I don't know how to turn it down. So
it had to be an entrance.
That didn't do anything. I went to pitch it 1.
It had to be an entrance worthy of a queen.
Now, for our background for the thing, we use this. This is called The Confessions of a Doll. So that's where we are there. So this is where
it had to be an entrance worthy of a queen.
So we put that together, and we put this together.
It had to be an entrance worthy of a queen.
So it doesn't sound a lot like she's singing it, which, you know, a lot of my friends do, the plunderphonics thing where it acts like they sing. I don't have that ability to do that, and some people know how to do it in Ableton, and I have yet to figure that out. I've only been using Ableton only since December of last year, or maybe even earlier, but I will actually use the trial in, I think, November of last year, and I finally got it in December, so I'm still learning, frankly, how to use it and how to, you know, people do have the software to like make them sing and all that, but I'm like, I don't really have it. So we're gonna go through some of the samples in just a second. So this is where we put, so when you put that together, okay. All right, let me just see what we can figure out.
Tribute stars, Laura LaPlante. Tribute stars, Laura LaPlante.
Okay, so we're trying to get over here.
Laura played the violin and was oftentimes singled out in newspapers.
Okay, so I like that a lot. So what we're gonna do, let me see what this would do for this.
Laura played the,
hold on, let me do it this way. So auto pan, let me put it this way.
Laura played the violin and was oftentimes singled out in newspapers.
AutoPan did absolutely nothing. I know there's a way to use AutoPan, and I completely forgot how to. Okay, let me put AutoPan here real quick. I think there's a way to do it. Let me see if I can do it.
Tribute star.
Whoops, let me kind of get here. Yeah, that didn't do anything. So we'll take AutoPan off because AutoPan works on some things and AutoPan doesn't on some things. Let me just put on a. What does this will do?
It has to be an entrance worthy of a Laura played the violin and was oftentimes singled out in from job to job, 9 years old, until she discovered it was a way to escape and rather a Cinderella type, and never desired to be more of a Lydia was a school actress.
Alright, so now we're gonna go through these little samples here.
Until
So I need to kind of cut the. Sometimes this is a lot easier on a bigger computer, but I make music on 2 computers. I make it on this one and I make it on my desktop. Both are PCs.
From job to job, 9 years old.
Let me put it like this one.
9 years old, job to job.
So it's kind of like you kind of can make a sound. Hi, Olivier. My puppy. Hi, Bubba. Go what's bed, miss my Bubba. What's the matter? Okay.
9 years old, job to job.
So I try to make like a
Till she discovered it was a way to escape and rather Cinderella type, and never desired to be an more of a pauper. She was written.
Let me see if I can figure that out in some way. So this is something cool.
Until she discovered it was a way to escape and rather Cinderella type.
Okay, so we want to cut this. Ooh. Let me drag this a little bit.
Until she discovered it was a way to.
Why is this warped? Let me turn the warp off. Let me see.
Until she discovered it was a way to.
That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay. Let's see this.
Discovered it was a way to.
There we go. And then we're going to turn this.
A rather Cinderella.
Let me go ahead and turn the warp off for this one.
A rather Cinderella type.
There you go. Now let me see what that sounds like.
More of a pauper.
That's perfect. And then we're going to have the word of the part. Take that little section out.
Discovered it was a way. Rather Cinderella type. More of a pauper. Sold job. She was raised in poverty.
She was raised in poverty, yes, which is very tragic. Most Hollywood stars were raised without anything at all. Okay, I'm sitting down for the level of my little pup. Mr. Olivier hates the rain outside. He says, "No, mommy. No, mommy, I don't want to go this way."
Raised in poverty.
All right, let me try this 1 second. Let me see if this will go.
She was raised in poverty.
Okay, let me turn the warp off for these because warp is not helping in any way possible.
More of a pauper. She was raised in poverty. More of a pauper. She was raised in poverty. Pinching light.
Okay, and this, I kind of like this little bit here, this little clip that Laura has.
It was a way to escape her penny pinching life.
Let's go penny pinching because that's a really good that's a really good clip. So we're gonna go
her penny pinching life.
There we go, like there, and then we're gonna cut this out because we don't need that.
On November?
Okay, there's a little, that little bit there. And, okay. Hi, Olivia. Okay, so, alrighty. So here we go. Rain for the next hour. Great. Well, at least it's only 35% chance. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let me just see here. All right. So you're probably wondering what I look for when it comes to stuff like this. So I like certain sounds. So this little right there. So that little bit right there, if I could move towards that. Oh God. I have to, oh crap, I gotta find it again. Oh, there it is. I think it's over here.
And arrived.
Let's see.
And
Let's see, let me go back a little bit. So we're playing
more
this.
of a pauper. She was raised in poverty.
I like that. And then we're gonna go
Pinching light.
this little bit.
Pinching.
There you go. And we're gonna have this little bit here.
And arrived.
Let's see, there's that thing.
On
There we go. There it is. And there we're gonna go with that little. There we go. I like the little. Let's try to cut that out.
on November.
There you go. Kind of cool right there.
November.
That's cool. So when you kind of put it together. So you're probably wondering what I look for when it comes to stuff like this. So I like certain sounds. So this little bit right there. All right. So okay. So anyway, we were going to take you through, I think we're going to take you through the mixing of the regular song of Emmy, but I remixed that. I like putting my things in colors too. It just also makes the thing really colorful. All right, so let's see. Okay, that goes a little fast. So what we're going to do, we still need that. So we're going to post that out, stretch it out. So go. Let me make this a little louder though. You can barely hear it. There we go. Let's see if it's a louder.
Lydia was a school teacher, and William was a dance instructor.
Let's try it this way now.
Lydia was a school teacher, and William was.
Let's unwarp this again. Let's see how that will work now.
Lydia was a school teacher, and William was a dance instructor.
Now, what I want to do is I want to add some harmonies in here. So we're going to something like that. You know, like I can't sing worth a goddamn, but I do know who can. So we're going to go back to one of our other projects that we've done, and we're going to copy the harmonies. So these are all harmonies here. So where's this? So this is what I just remixed myself. So we're going to copy that. And let's see if it'll work. Let's see if it'll actually work. Oh, God damn it. I don't really mind if people are just like, well, I don't think you should use that word. I'm so sorry. Well, that's a word I've used for years. It did work. Okay, now I know where I want to put these. Now let's just go ahead and, there is a way to move these things, I know. Okay, let's put it right over here. There you go. And then we're going to have these kind of soft right here. There we go. There's your blankets. You want your blankies? Oh, he wants the pillow. Okay, so what we're going to do is, oh shit. Okay, this is why, like, yeah, we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of soften that like that. So we're gonna soften all of these as well. We're gonna kind of pull that down like that. Kind of, okay, let me go back. Now we're gonna unwarp this crap, and then we're gonna turn it way, way up.
Mary moved to California to get married. He had divorced from and LaPlante joined their outfit. Well, LaPlante settled in San Diego because of better teaching opportunities for her. Mary resided in Los Angeles, and Laura and Violet would visit her as often as they could.
This is also warped. We're gonna have to not warp it, and we're gonna have to turn. Now, my friend Laura, she has a beautiful voice, speaking voice, but her voice, like Darcy Shaw and like my friend Emmy's, excuse me, we're not going to SoundCloud, you dumb shit. And like my friend Emmy, also, and like Darcy Shaw as well as Laura, they all have very, very, very soft vocals, which is a nice thing. But that means with hearing like mine, which is not always the greatest, you have to blast them way, way up. And that's why it's going to sound very, very, very loud, is because I can't, sometimes my hearing is not.
Top star of her day, Laura's proudest accomplishments were the things that happened when the camera shut off. She loved her roles as mother, wife, sister, and friend more than anything. As Laura said, I consider myself to be very lucky. I hope you have a good idea about Laura LaPlante and her legacy. And now, on with the show.
Okay, so on the show, we want to put that up here. So it says, all right, so on with the show. So when she puts on.
I hope you have a good idea about Laura LaPlante.
Okay, so this is what it sounds like without any reverb on it. So, okay. So, like I was saying a little bit earlier, my friend Laura has a lovely, lovely, lovely speaking voice. And like my friend Emmy and like Darcy Shaw, they all have really, really soft vocals. So, which is a nice thing to work with. However, when you have hearing like mine, which is not great, trust me, I know, I have to blast her way, way up. So you could probably see all of this is very loud, but the vocals are very loud. The problem with I keep calling this Adobe. It's not Adobe. I work with Adobe for literally a living. The problem with Ableton is this crap, and you can't really turn it down. So there's no volume for it, and it doesn't help you unless there is a way to turn it down, which that would be very, very helpful if there was, but I can't figure that out at the moment. But anyway, so.
I hope you have a good idea about Laura LaPlante and her legacy.
So this sounds without any reverb. So what I want to do is I want to put on with the show. When she puts on with the show, we're going to put a little echo at the bottom. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, my friend Laura has a lovely, lovely, lovely speaking voice. And like my friend Emmy and like Darcy Shaw, they all have really, really soft vocals. So let me put this here. Okay. So I have to blast her way, way up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this. Okay, so it's going to go
on with the show.
There we go. So on with the show. So there we go. There's the show thing right there. So what we're going to do. All right, we're going to cut as much as we can down from that little sample there because we do not want that there. So what we're going to do is, yes, we're going to put some reverb on it, Avi. All right, Avi. Okay, and then we're going to put some delay. Now, this is what we call, I guess, called automation, I guess. I don't know what these is. So here's the delay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here, delay, and we're going to turn it off. So this is going to go, oh, Jesus Christ. This thing never really fucking works when I want it to work. Christ. Okay. I want it to go, no, draw mode. Wait. There we go. This is a lot better. So we're going to go off, and then we're going to go on right here. So it's going to go.
On with the show.
Okay, so on right there.
On with the show.
That's not, Okay, well, that mixer, what? I'm trying to get the delay in there, buddy.
Show.
That didn't help me anything at all. Let me try this again here.
The show.
Okay, so it's got some, now we're gonna put the delay on there. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the automation. Mix delay, thank you. Now we're gonna turn that off, and we're gonna turn that on like
the show.
there we go. So we're gonna go like let me go. Okay, now when you turn it off, oh shit, when you turn it off, it goes
on with the show.
Now, what I also want to do,
Now, on with the show.
actually, you know what I do want to do? I know what I do want to do. Okay. There's a specific thing that I like. Echo, drive and glow. There it is. Sounds, effects, space, echo hole. Okay, now echo hole is going to be right here. Now it's going to go. That is used in Emmy's track quite a bit. If you remember Emmy's track was, let me go to my SoundCloud here where I mostly do my music. Emmy's track, the remixed version of Emmy, which this is the updated version. Let me go to my songs. That would help me a great fucking deal. Here it is. So that's that effect. So that's this. So we're gonna go. We do not want that for the whole thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to echo hole and we're gonna turn it off. Now what we're gonna do though is we're gonna put it on for the last beat. So
on with the show.
Let me try it.
On with the show.
Yeah. Now that would be kind of cool. Now let's see.
On with. I hope you have a.
Now what we're gonna do here also, we need to put some nice reverb. Yes, I know. I gotta go in just a few. All right, let me get some reverb though on this thing, on this puppy. No, Jesus Christ. And then we're gonna get some reverb on that. Thank you.
On with the show.
All right, now let me unsolo it. Okay, copy, paste. It's a little too much there. Let me just hear it back once more really, really quick. It's a 4-minute song, so she's lucky.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Capital Fest 22. My name is Laura Gerald, and I'm the author of Laura LaPlante, Silence in Gorilla. I'm so excited to tell you about one of this year's tribute stars, Laura LaPlante.
Alright, I think we've got it. We just gotta check a few things and then master it a little bit. And then we'll upload it.
It had to be an entrance worthy of a queen.
I could make the video to this, but it would just be pictures of Laura because that's what it was.
Laura LaPlante once said, in the 20s and 30s, the accent was on drama in both public and private life. It had to be an entrance worthy of a queen. First, Laura played the violin and was oftentimes singled out.
So let me show you the ending real quick before this time runs out. Hold on. Alright, I think we've got it. just gotta check a few things and then master it a little bit. Okay.
Top star of the day. Laura's proudest accomplishments were the things that happened when the camera shut off. She loved her roles as mother, wife, sister, and friend more than anything. As Laura said, I consider myself to be a very lucky person.
Oh, why is this not playing? That's very, very strange. Let's put it down here. See if
I hope you have a good idea about Laura LaPlante and her legacy. And now, on with the show!
this thing. Why was this not? Well, that didn't help. Okay.
On with the show!
Alrighty, when I do that show a little bit. There we go. Why isn't that working?
And now,
Alright, so that's where